Hey everyone, in this video what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the following two polynomials together using the method of detached coefficients. Now this is a really good method when multiplying out polynomials of higher degree because it allows you to keep track of everything in a sort of tidy way and you're less susceptible to making mistakes. So let's begin. Let's list each of the variables in the following way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to write the coefficients of each of the variables directly under them, the first polynomial forming the first row and the second polynomial forming the second row. So 7 is the coefficient of x to the fourth power, so we have 7 in the x to the fourth power column. Notice that we actually don't have an x in any of the polynomials, an x to the first power that is, so we just have 0 directly underneath x to the first power. Now we begin by multiplying 8 by everything in the first row. We start with 1, 0, 4, 6 and 7. Then we move on to 0 and we multiply 0 by 1, 0, 4, 6 and 7, and we continue in this way indefinitely. So beginning with the first row, we have 8 times 1 which is 8, 8 times 0 which is 0, 8 times 4 which is 32, 8 times 6 which is 48, and 8 times 7 which is 56. And now what we do is we move on to 0, but we begin in the same position as 0, that is we begin in the same column as x to the first power. So we just have 0 multiplied by 1, 0, 4, 6 and 7, that just gives us a row of zeros. And we now do the same for 5. We multiply 5 by everything in the first row, and then we multiply 9 by everything in the first row, and we multiply 1 by everything in the first row, and we get the following columns of numbers. Now what we want to do at this step is add each of the numbers in each of the columns in yellow together. So for example, in the first column we have an 8, so we would just have 8. In the second column we have 0 plus 0 which is 0, and in the third column we would have 32 plus 0 plus 5 which is 37. And we would continue in this way until we have summed all of the columns in yellow together. Now what this does is it essentially gives us the coefficients of our new polynomial. So putting this all together, we have y1 multiplied by y2 is equal to 7 times x to the 8th power plus 69 times x to the 7th power plus 93 times x to the 6th power plus 66 times x to the 5th power plus 77 times x to the 4th power plus 57 times x cubed plus 37 times x squared plus 8, which is the final answer to this problem. As you can see, it's actually really easy to make sure you've not made any mistakes using this method, and it's a little bit more tidier than just multiplying it out side by side, so to speak. But I hope you found this content useful. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or problems you'd like to see get solved in future videos, let me know in the comment section below. I hope you have a great day.